I also believe in Supersonic, because it is time for classic Sonic Trilogy Beat the Game's Glitched Sonic by Supersonic. And we're back. Sorry, we had a quick tech issue. We are back with classic Sonic Trilogy by Supersonic. And I'm going to vary up my intro and say, spin dash into us, please. Or not into us. We're not Sonic enemies. Continue.
No, I will not spin dash into any of you people, but we will be fine. We'll just spin dash into other things instead. But anyways, I'm Supersonic. I am a classic Sonic speedrunner. We're just going to go right into it. Just get things started here, and then I'll just kind of get into the intros and things like that. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. And of course, I do have Huds and Argic on commentary, which you just saw in the Sonic Dream Team race. So they'll mostly Arg will be doing the commentary for this, since I know Huds is kind of got under the weather here. So try not to talk too much for that.
Oh, not at all. He's going to get this one because I did all the talking in the last one, but I'm still holding on to things. Can I unhold now?
No, you may not let go.
Okay, I'll hold on the table.
You can only let go once we meet the incentive.
Oh, dang it.
Please help Argic, chat.
Help him
I'm
let
holding
go.
onto my table. Please tell me I can let go.
So we're starting off here in the classic that is Sonic 1. I'm going to bring this back, right, chaps, don't worry. The classic that is Sonic 1. Supersonic here not doing RTA strats and opting to lose some time immediately by getting the 25 IGT. Yes, I am going to call you out for not doing RTA strats in a marathon, Supersonic. Into Green Hill 2 right now. We're going to head down the bottom. He's going to roll to the right-hand side, gets the roll absolutely perfect. On the speed shoe, taking the bottom route here. Going to be getting a perfectly timed jump onto a spring. Oh, God, it looks so good when he does it right. Off to the right-hand side, jumps up over the crab, down to the right. 19 seconds, you can have your speedrunner card back.
It's a very smooth stage when you do that. That route is completely different from the other route. The other route can get you a 20. Yeah, that's right. All that saves 1 second. Speedrunners, am I right?
Totally.
Remember, swag is time neutral.
Swag is absolutely time neutral. And now we are going to go into Green Hill 3, where you have the ultimate swag. We're going to grab an invincibility at the start. Supersonic's going to absolutely leg it down the hill. Roll, jump on the spring, do the jump and do it fine. Going to go up, grab on the speed shoes, do the big jump. He's got nothing to lose as he runs and jumps and bounces off the enemy. He bounces up once. He's going for the twice. He will get a third time. And you know where he's going to land?
Oh, just short.
So the reason why I knew that was because of the Buzz Bomber. I actually hit it on the left side rather than the right side. So when I saw that, I instantly knew I'm not going to get that last one. But it's okay. It's only like a few second time loss from that. It's no big deal. But we're out of Green Hill, though.
Yeah, the iconic Green Hill, done and dusted with it. And you know what they thought? They thought, you know what? We've come up with this amazing idea to show off the blast processing of the Mega Drive. We've got the speediest character ever committed to a game cartridge. Let's do some underground platforming, because that's what everyone wants to do. So here we are in Marble Zone Act 1. Supersonic going to be using the terrain here to get some really nice jumps there over the Caterpillars and through the Buzz Bombers, using that speed to get us over the lava pits. Makes the early cycle very nice. Now needs to be careful not to get crushed by these pillars. I've always thought that they're coated in glass, and I don't know why, but there we go. Off the left-hand side now, we're going to be moving this block to the right-hand side. You can just about squeeze through that chandelier, but it is, I believe, sub-pixel perfect to squeeze through it. So we are going to use the block. It's quicker instead. And now we're going to see a really nice damage boost strat here. Just getting the boost, that gives us some iframes. The invincibility frames allow Sonic to not take damage while they are active. It's just enough to get us over the lava. Using the chandelier again to damage boost up onto the platform. Needs to be careful with no rings here, but using one of the enemies there to bounce us on top of the chandelier. Get some really nice jumps here, timing them beautifully, avoiding all the enemies, and that's a 53. That is absolutely perfect.
Such a hard time to get on a stage there. I'm trying to do this myself in a glitchless run because all of that counts in a glitchless run. Oh my god, it's so hard to do. As you come in to Marble 2, and I'm going to ruin the Marble stages for you because Supersonic is doing ridiculously pixel perfect movement there, swings Sonic into the ground there, into an area where he's not supposed to be. The game does not like that. So if you press left, it will send you at a flying distance to the right. If you press right, it'll send you at flying speed to the left. Supersonic pressed right to go flying to the left. That passes by the 00x coordinate. The game goes, gonna no day that, and sends you all the way up to the highest 255 on the right, which then locks on to the end of the level and gets a phenomenal time like that. We are going to see that again in Marble 3 here, right towards the start, lining up on these moving platforms, moving up and down, has to take out the Buzz Bomber, lines up in the platform there, falls down. This is where the scary part comes in. You can see Sonic spikes there, lines up perfectly, nails the speed right through the wall, and these are known as level wraps. Takes you right into the boss arena here because it locks onto the boss arena. There are more dangerous ones that you will be seeing in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, where we'll go more in depth in those explanations. But basically, the TLDR is go too fast to the left, end up on the right.
Yeah, really nice. The first few glitches that you'll see, there's going to be a few more. I'm intrigued to know whether we're going to get some sub-pixel perfection later on, but we'll save that for when we get there. As we head into Spring Yard 1, where we're going to be doing things a little bit more normally here. So jumping up and over the little crabs there, needs to avoid the Buzz Bombers. We're going to be heading towards the left. We're going to grab ourselves some speed shoes, grabbing an extra life for safety because why not as well. Heading to the right hand side here, makes it through the bumpers. We're going to go up and over the stage. It's going to time a perfect jump here, get us over the ledge. A couple of jumps here, really nice. Gets the jump off the steps as well. Oh, look at this. Really nice running there, gets all the speed up and over, keeps the speed shoes enough, gets us in this little hole, goes for the 25 again. We're taking a couple of seconds of time loss.
Yeah, you can get a 24 there. I just had a little bit of a mishap on the movement there, but you can also get a 23 if you have like a really perfect movement. But also, like, you know, I grabbed the extra life just in case because I am going to be going for something later, which you will see.
For those of you wondering why I keep calling Supersonic out on the time loss, if you get under 30 seconds, you get yourself a 50,000 time bonus, which takes approximately, I believe it's something like 7.2 seconds to count down, which means that if you're not going to be going faster than 24 seconds on a level, you are better off waiting for 30 seconds where you only get a 10,000 time bonus, and it's quicker to go. But Supersonic masterfully making his way through Spring Yard 2 here. We're going to see our best friends, Randy and Orton. We want to make sure we avoid getting hit by them. There they are. Is Supersonic going to get RKO'd out of nowhere? No, he's not, but he does hit the spring, takes a little trip up the top, finishes with the 33. Special stage, Supersonic. There's a special stage. We can get an emerald.
I'm not going in there.
I love a big ring. Oh, big ring.
Look at people motion sickness.
Go on, Og. Take Spring Yard 3.
Spring Yard 3, you're going to start by going to the left, going to then do a jump. This is really important because you are timing the cycle to jump, spin under, and not get bodied by those spikes. Because, fun fact, if you roll through that little set of rings there, you do not get them in your ring bank before you hit the spikes and you will die. You want to get up here for 18 seconds. You're going to go right onto the right side. You're going to jump back to the left, go up to the top. This is where Supersonic is going to do 3 lovely jumps to then get up the top, gain enough speed to then jump from the very tippy top of that ramp to get over here. When the box starts moving to the right, you jump over 1, 2, big old jump up to the top route. That skips a whole lot of moving platform sections. Little bit of swag coming in where you just fall in the secret hole. Get pseudo Supersonic here with the invincibility and the speedy shoes. It is now racing the 4-block as we're going to run our way through, round up and get caught by the ground there, which is unfortunate. Spring on the side, down, over, cope, through, jump, run, and over to the boss. Want to see a smooth boss? Watch this. Boss comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We declare 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and 1 more hit. Big jump up there. Nicely done. Always scares us by staying right on the edge there. You can fall down that hole if you're not careful. Gonna no do that. But that is a very smooth Spring Yard 3.
All right, now we're heading into Labyrinth, our fun water levels here.
My condolences.
Thank you.
Gotta love a water level. However, some of the best music in the game, I would say. So yeah, we're going to be heading our way down into the water, into the dark, murky depths. And we're going to be doing something really fun here in Lab 1 that many of you might not know exists. I certainly didn't know this as a child. We're going to head down into the water here. There's going to be a button that we need to press on the left-hand side here that Supersonic's just pressed. But we're not going to head towards the right and take the bottom route. We're going to head back on up because that button activates this secret little platform here. Also, say hi to the pig in the background.
Big nose jump. Yeah! Big nose jump, let's go!
Supersonic timing a perfect jump there off the secret platform. This allows us to continue along the top route. In Sonic games, usually the top route is the faster route. It rewards you for good platforming and allows you to go a bit faster. We're going to get our way out of the water, and that is the level done just like that. Love Sonic 1. Nice quick levels.
We've also got some nice quick donations if y'all have the time.
Go for it.
All right, we've got 10 Canadian dollars from the Devonass, who says donating to Argix Freedom Funds. That's how it was written, so that's how I read it. Thank you so much for that generous donation. And we've also got $10 from Yona Yak, who says, good meep, Supersonic. I mean, meep luck, Supersonic. I mean, meep. Thank you both for those incredible donations. And they did both go towards our incentive for that Metal Sonic showcase at the end of Sonic Adventure DX. So that means we are $140 out of the $200 that we need on that. Only $60 away. Chat, I challenge you to get that met by the end of this run. And you are starting to really get us there. I'm getting excited. Let's keep those donations coming in. And I want to do another little impromptu bid war like we did the last time. What's your favorite of the classic Sonic trilogy? Tell us in your donation comments which one you like.
Okay, so I don't know what happened there. I tried to do a zip to the end of the level, but it zipped me the other way. Never seen that happen before, so we're just taking the glitchless route.
The thing.
We're fine.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
We're totally fine.
There we
Everything's
go.
good.
Yep. So question for you,
Yes.
Supersonic. Are we doing subpixels or are we doing bubbleless?
Bubbleless.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm gonna try it once, which is why I got the extra life. But if I miss it, then I'll just do it normally.
Fair enough. Right, this is Lab 3, and we're going for a strat here called Bubbleless. It is possible to get all the way through the underwater section here without having to stop to grab air, but this has to be absolute perfection. There are literal frames in this. He's going to start by going towards the right. He's going to use this spike. Ooh, he's tried to use that spike to get him down into the water a little bit faster. He can still do this without that, though. Heading towards the right here, needs to avoid the grinder that comes up. He uses that to get back onto the platform nice and easy. We're going to go through the underwater bit here. He needs to let go of these poles immediately, and then he's going to head towards the right hand side. He needs to get onto this spring, grab the button up the top. We're on 5 seconds already. It's still technically possible. This is going to be extremely tight here. He needs some perfect jumps. 2 grinders here, get us back down, jump up to the right. The water needs to behave here as we're on 0. Makes it through. That is bubbleless, absolute clutch from Supersonic. Well done.
Gosh.
That is
was tight.
so tight.
That was literally
You
a
have no
frame
idea.
away. That was a frame away from.
Wow. Phenomenal. And now we're going to be going for boss skip here. Gets the boss skip. Now he needs to do some more perfect climbing here. Oh, just gets hit by the spike. So there is a way of getting around Robotnik here. This is one of the few bosses in all 3/4 games that you don't actually need to defeat in order to defeat. You can get past him and then climb ahead of him all the way up the tower there to hit the capsule. Supersonic just getting bonked by the spike, but still, that is ridiculous in a marathon run. GG's, mate.
I was surprised that actually worked.
It's phenomenal, mate. Well played.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Right, now you get to breathe a little, quite literally. We're in Starlight Zone. This stage, very chill, very fun. Loads of little fun things that you get to do. Little speedy up here is just to go, when the platform moves down, try and get down there. Get a little jump, wait, go down, round, up on the spring, land off the spring, and away we go up to top. Run right through, do another little roll down, bring the speed, go through, land on platform, do a jump, love it. Do another jump, down they go, on it over the Orbinaut, round, jump, down, run, in, through, swag, finish.
There you go, I'm just for you.
Sliding into those DMs. Sliding into those DMs.
I'll take the second loss just for that.
Love to see it. May your Starlight 3 be blessed.
I hope.
I think I said earlier, swag is time neutral, except in that circumstance.
Shut up! Alright, Starlight 2 is a lovely, nice little easy one here. You're gonna get the big spring there. Let's see if Supersonic gets luck with the subpixels. No subpixels, good jump, very nice. You want the speed on there. This will probably be about a 26-second stage to finish now. We're gonna run over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna do the jump some more. Gonna go up the top, and no, opting for the bomb rather on that one. Okay, that's fine. As we're gonna go down, not risking for the soft lock at the top of the level there. We're gonna wait, run down, go down to the bottom side here. Jump once, jump twice, onto the ramp, to the side. 1, take it back now, yo. And there you go, getting a 29. Totally fine. You literally should have waited there. Why did you not wait the 1 second, man? That is maximum time loss.
I still got IGT on the brain for this. Alright, here we go. Starlight 3.
That is fair. These games are actually ran by IGT, so it makes a lot of sense. Starlight 3, let's pray for a good run. This start is a very tight start. We're gonna run, we're gonna jump, we're gonna wait, we're gonna roll, we're gonna see if we're gonna jump over. Lovely jump there. This is wonderful. That is a super, super tight jump. You do not know how under it, like it's so tight. And then we're going to jump down, get the bounce off the box, straight up, round and in. This is a wonderful masterclass in Starlight 3 here, getting the 2 biggest skips at the start of the level. Can we get a smooth boss fight coming through? Supersonic is going to prime the platforms, get a frame perfect jump off the platform each side. That's 2, that's 3, just the 4th. Goes over for the 5th one here, does not quite get it. Going to go for the backup strats on that one, gets the backup jump there. Now we're going to hit off that one, gets the jump there on that side, gets the boost, does not get it, that's fine, manages to get a backup strat. That is solid. Probably going to lose around maybe 5 seconds against the best there, but that is a brilliant recovery.
Yeah, doing that boss optimally is really hard. You can actually get robotic on the left side before he goes to the right again, just getting all 8 of those hits. I try to bounce off the seesaws like frame perfect each time, but it is really rough to do that.
It is. I cannot understate, though, just what an absolute masterclass of Sonic 1 speedrunning this is. As we come here into Scrap Brain Zone, we're going to be heading up over the little platforms. Needs to wait here for the platforms to appear. Times it absolutely perfectly. Over the little bombers there, down towards the right-hand side. Oh, we're taking top route here. Oh, that's so tight to do. Very, very nice.
Filthy, sir. You know what you did again.
That is ridiculous. Getting the 2 jumps off of a spinning platform as well. Oh, okay, and surviving the fall down. Argic will call that karma. But yeah, getting the jump through the 3rd one and landing the platform, that's ridiculously hard strat to do. But yeah, making our way up to the top and through to the signpost as we're going to be heading towards one of my actual favorite levels in the game with Scrap Brain 2, because it feels like a load of little mini assault courses. I really like this one. So, Scrap Brain 2, we're going to be starting. We need to do a big climb here, and we got these lovely little spinny balls. And we're going to be trying to jump up off of these. He's going to jump onto them. We're going to spin around them. He needs to come up to the right-hand side, hits the button. You don't actually need to worry about that platform that comes out to assist you. Taking a damage boost here intentionally to get us through the flames, minding the spike. And now we've got to get through some spike balls here to begin with. We've got spike balls on this one. We're going to be seeing some saws later on these little treadmills. Now we need to be very careful not to get hit by Crusher Carlos. There he is. Got to be very careful for him. Rolls underneath that just in case you get shocked by the electricity there. Jumping over the flames. Now we need to hope that we don't despawn the monitor that we're going to use. We didn't. Uses the monitor bounce to get us up and over. Here are the saws. Just need to roll underneath them. Really nice. And then we're going to be heading right here. There's going to be a swinging pendulum there to get over. We're going to roll down, try and build up some speed over the caterpillars. There's going to be 3 more pendulums. Timed it perfectly, not getting hit by them. And off to the right hand side. Now he needs to be careful not to hold right here, because if he does, there is a potential that you could end up glitching through a wall, which would be very, very bad right now. So we're going to go into this little cutscene here with Robotnik. And we're just going to carefully walk to the right-hand side, and he's going to press a button. We're going to head back to the left, and he's going to just drop down here. Nicely timed little jump. It says Scrap Brain 3. It lies. This is Labyrinth 4. We're going to press the button. The bridge is going to move. We're going to head straight under it and go down the bottom route here. This is a secret little route. We don't want to go all the way around because that takes literal minutes and it's awful. Need to be careful not to fall down here either. Jumping up the right-hand side, taking the stairs, getting perfect timing on the pendulums there. We're going to head down to the bottom, use the grinder to bounce us back up. Again, avoiding the spike balls, hit the spring, and we're into final zone, Argic.
4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3.
Yes.
Also, say hi to Jurgen in the background there.
Hi,
you see the 2
Jurgen.
little... We love Jurgen.
Jurgen.
Jurgen is looking at us. He will guard us as we go through. Yes, this boss is a manipulated boss. Supersonic at the very start of the level there was holding right as he came into the boss arena. When the boss starts appearing on the piston, once you have hit the boss in the piston, release all input until the piston has come to a complete stop, and then you will get the same pattern every time. 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3. The next one will be 2. And you just make sure you dodge the lightning balls as you go in, and then that'll take us to the end of the stage. So he's got a last couple of hits on that one. I still think Jurgen looks like a treasured boss. Looks like melon bread. I love melon bread.
All right, one more hit to go.
Jurgen is our guide in final zone. He oversees the orbs and makes sure they don't hit us. He keeps the pattern steady. As there's the final hit. Are we going to see decapitation?
Of course.
Decapitación. There we go.
Decapitación. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that is Sonic 1.
All right, now we're just gonna do a quick.
So we are
power
now
set.
going to move right on, a quick reset from the Sonic 1 to the Sonic of the 2. Oh, the filthy Revo 2 tier here. Filthy Revo 2. I know this loading screen. Oh, playing on Revo 2. Revo 2 will enable certain strats that we will see later on, but we begin the game with Emerald Hill 1. So now we have our buddy Tails with us. We also have a spin dash. These are really good things that you can use to try and not come last. Unfortunately, we're doing a skip. We're going over the speedy shoes. We use the number of bounces we've got because we're looking for a 20. If you get any more than that, then Hutz is going to say, give me your speedrunner card today. Is Supersonic going to be safe? He is today. And what do we say? Donate now to Little Warriors because it's a good thing to do. Yippee.
GG's, you may keep your speedrunner card for now.
Exclamation mark donate in chat. Remember, we are only 60 Canadian dollars away from that incentive being met for the Metal Sonic Showcase. We unfortunately don't get to see Metal Sonic in this trilogy because it does not include Sonic CD. So Sonic CD lovers, rise up in chat. Let us see Metal Sonic in a different game. Adventure DX is going to be amazing.
So continuing on here in Emerald Hill 2, already like blink and you miss it and it's gone. He's at the boss within 20 seconds. Lovely display there of taking the bottom route. Again, it's not always guaranteed the top route is fastest. Sometimes we can work our way through the bottom route. Going to do a really cool boss strat here, rolling into him for 4. Going to be timing a jump, takes damage, but Tails gets the first 2 hits, and then using Sonic and Tails to get the other 2. The reason why we bring Tails along will become evident very shortly. He does enable a couple of really fun strats as we go into everyone's favorite zone, and I'm sure you'll all remember it from your childhoods. We head on to Chemical Plant. Don't worry, don't panic. We're not going to be doing the ill-fated chemical climb.
At least I hope I don't.
So Chem 1, there is a really cool level wrap you can do here. It's insanely difficult, so we're not going to bother with that. We're just going to get a really good glitchless time here. Heading down the mid route instead, we want to get up on top of these blocks, head up to the top, use these springs to pick up some speed, and then Supersonic is going to use the air speed cap in order to slow Sonic down mid-air and just get us through this block. 23 is phenomenal. So yeah, we should really talk about the speed caps in these games, which we haven't mentioned yet. Sonic 1 had both a ground and an air speed cap, which means when Sonic's going faster than his nominal speed, if you like, if you press on the directions, he will slow down to that theoretical maximum that he can run. In Sonic 2, that only works in the air. So Supersonic can hold right and he'll maintain the fastest speed he's got, but in the air, he will slow down. Doing a specific strat here, 3-tap spin dash to land on top of that enemy. He's going to roll, he's going to jump at a particular time and jump towards the left, and Tails will actually open up that from the other side. He's just skipped half the level without you even realizing it. What's really cool about that, that's a glitchless strat. We're just using Tails to open up and then using, gets the jump as well. Really nice. That avoids the chemical climb. But yeah, using Tails to allow us to get through the, help me out, I've got the name of it now.
What?
What's the thing that allows you to transition from one layer to another?
Path swap.
Path swapper.
Path swapper. Thank you. Yes, using the path swapper to move us on to the next part of the level. Dispatching with Robotnik there. Tails thankfully not interfering with that one, which he sometimes can do, so we do have to manage Tails during these levels. But yeah, really nice set of levels there from Supersonic. A 23 and a 40 is prime as we head on to Aquatic Ruin.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun in Aquatic Ruin here. It's gonna be a case of spin dashing. Spin dashing, you stand still, you press down, you then mash the buttons. The prime spin dash is a 6 tap, which is 6 revs on it, and then release the frame after. Supersonic is always going to be trying to do these. They may not always come out, but we're going to be trying getting as many of them as we can. Once again, unfortunately, a little glitch coming out there where we did get speed shoes, but now we don't have speed shoes because if you fall in the water while you have speed shoes, then the speed shoes is gone. It's just a little quirk from the game on that one. You can also there see the air speed cap activated as Huds was mentioning earlier. To be honest, I think Mario's wing cap is better.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
All right.
And now going into Aquatic Ruin 2. Are we going for coin flip?
I'm gonna try.
Oh, Huds, I know you love this one.
I do indeed. Coin flip is such an amazing strat. heading down into the water, immediately spin dashing. What's really cool about the water physics in this game is when you start building up speed, you pretty much keep it all the way through. Little jump here, a little bit high, but it hasn't ruined anything. We can still go. We're going to stop here. We're going to intentionally take damage. He's going to drop down, 2-tap spin dash. Doesn't get coin flip, unfortunately. The reason why we call it coin flip is that particular flipper there. It is a literal coin flip as to whether or not you get the height on it to get out of the water and back up to top route, which brings you out here. It does save quite a few seconds. We're going to be heading towards the boss. And now we're going to stand on the left-hand side. We're going to be trying to go for a little boss strat here. This does require 8 perfect spin dashes into the boss. And if we time our last hit right when the animation hits, you'll see something really funky. Oh, just a little bit late on it, literally by frames. What would normally happen is he would go for the hit, he would fly off to the right-hand side, and when you hit the capsule, all the animals would be on fire. But it does save several seconds. It is a pretty cool strat. But hey, chat, anyone want to go gambling?
Let's go gambling.
Ah,
Let's
dang
go
it.
gambling.
Ah, dang it.
Ah, dang it.
Ah, dang it.
Now, it is, of course, into the casino night zone here. We will not be gambling. Please gamble responsibly, as we are going to be going through, and we want to go fast, and falling in the gamba is not a good way to do that. So we're going to be running through with the speed shoes and the invincibility, getting under the block there, because we get a good, nice block cycle. A little bit early in the jump there, getting caught, but that's all right, because we just run straight through, and then boing, up, round, down, through the hole. I went through the flipper there. That's fine. It was 2 seconds of time saved added there. Yep, that's fine. I see that time there.
There we go. I got a
It's
30.
a glitch run, we're allowed.
Can we get a round of applause, please? Round of applause. He got a 30. He got a 30. RTA strats there. Perfect RTA strats.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, 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 clap. As we go through now, down onto the side, we're going to grab the speedy shoes, run our way through, going down here, going to make sure we get over the box cycle. They're going to grab a second set of speed shoes, because they're just happily sitting there, so why not? Then we're going to run our way down off onto one of the bumpers. Nice bounce straight up. Run, jump off the ceiling, get the single tap off of the spring, trying to line up for the clip, straight through. Once again, that was beautifully smooth. Using the speed there, the way this game works is when objects are off camera, they are unloaded. When they come onto the screen, that is when they are loaded, and Supersonic just casually phasing through them because he's going just that fast. So we're now going to do the boss fight there. Fun fact on this boss fight, you bounce on the bosses here from hits 2 through 8. If you try and do it from the very first hit, it doesn't work, because for some reason the boss has extended hit like iframes. We don't know why.
And my evil plan has come to fruition as our commentates Casino Night. I get to take the next level, which means I get to introduce you all to Sexy Saxophone Zone.
It's crying,
and there's
baby.
nothing he can say about it. And don't worry,
Crying, baby.
no, it's a Sexy Saxophone Zone. I'm
Crying,
commentating
baby.
this one. Welcome to Hilltop. This is Green Hill in the sky, basically. If you're interested, it is literally blue green hill. We're going to be heading up to the top here. Nice little jump onto the platform, using our spin dash, getting up really nice. We're gonna head on to the spring, land on the platform here. We're going for a glitch here. We're going to phase through the floor, using this platform to get us through the floor, zipping towards the side. That skips a nice little platforming section. And then heading up to the right, need to be careful not to get squinched here. Don't get squinched. And we're going to time the spin dash absolutely perfectly, uses the block to get us over the lava and straight out. Really nice. Onto the right-hand side, grabs the monitor, and that's Sexy Saxophone Zone 1 done.
I'll be honest, I did not know I got that block cycle there, because I thought I was going to hit the lava for a second. But it somehow worked out.
Timed it to perfection. Go on, Arg. Crying Baby Zone.
Yes, this is Crying Baby Zone Act 2. We're going to do a number of spin dashes at the very start of it here. We're going to spin dash 1, spin dash 2, then spin dash 3, and hit the spring. As we go up the top, you listen to the tune. The tune sounds like a crying baby now. As we're going to go through, we're going to do a little jump. We're going right through past the Orbinauts. We're then going to go into the area with the lava. It's going to rise up, but we are faster. So we're going to wait for Supersonic to do a little bonk, and that's going to give us on the cycle that we want. We're then going to wait. We're going to run. We're going to jump straight up the top there, and a spin dash for jump. As we then go in, and we then go through. We get through the start, and down we go. We're going to make sure her Buddy Tails is flying, because we don't want him to take the boss and make us die. Oh, unlucky there. So thankfully he actually hit the lava on that one and didn't actually hit the enemy, because if you hit the enemy there, you can completely hard lock the game, and we don't want that. So we're in the checkpoint. We're going through the boss. We're going to wait for Tails here, and then away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as the Crying Baby Zone is complete. And we're now going to go into Mystic Cave Zone. Huds, I know you're ill, but you know I love this stage. It's time for you to do a rap, so take it away.
Mate, you know I can't rap. I am completely incapable of rapping. That's not happening.
I mean, I can't hear the audio, otherwise I would.
My brain no work that fast. Oh dear, yeah, it's a shame we don't have the audio, otherwise we would treat you to a wonderful Argic rap. But here we are in Mystic Cave Zone, going to be heading on up. Lovely little time spin dash there just to get us through this little section. Really tricky set of jumps here. Heading on to the right hand side, these platforms will appear. Need to avoid the spikes going towards the right. We may be seeing a fun little strat. If we do, I'm not going to say the name, but here we go. No, we're going to be playing it safe here with the boxes, grabbing invincibility onto the left hand side. A jump and a roll gets us up here. We're going to time a jump onto these spikes, just creep through the bridge there without having to bring it down. Pull this bridge down using the lever up to the right hand side. We're going to stand here on top of the asparagus, do a spin dash, and all the way through to the end in the 33. Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, we call that the asparagus because that's what I think it looks like.
Makes a lot of sense.
I think of food whenever I play video games.
Try and rap to it. Let me see if I can hear the tune. Going to go fast, going to go right through. We've got Supersonic and he's racing right now. I don't know if I'm in time with the tune, so if it's not, then imagine that it is. He's going to do the spring and he's going up the top. Going to spin dash and do a big jump because he's going to go through and he's going to come fast. He's going to make sure he don't land on his butt. And then we're just going to go through, do a nice big spin dash, big jump through on the spring, around to the other side. I really hope that was in time. Chat will tell me if it wasn't or not, and we'll see how it goes. As he goes into the boss, and then runs our way through here. This boss is going to be really, really good, where he jumps up into the segment here, and then just hopefully get nice lucky on the drops there. The stalactite's not dropping down. How in time was it? It probably wasn't, to be honest. I just guessed based on the scene that we're watching.
That was incredible. I would love to see some love for Argic for that.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing some in chat, as well as a lot of saxophones. I would love to see all of that stuff also communicated to donations. Right now, we are still only 60 Canadian dollars away from our incentive being met, and I would like to remind chat that Argic is still definitely holding on to his table. So please go ahead and meet that incentive so that Argic can stop doing that. His hands probably hurt a lot.
I can't feel my hands anymore.
Oh dear. Yeah, please do get your donations in. !donate in the chat. Let's get that incentive hit for Sonic Adventure DX. You know you want to see it. The Supersonic here is running across the oil and timing a jump. Just getting bogged by the end. We're just gonna have to wait for this fan to get out of the way. But yeah, Oil Ocean 1, we basically just go under the entire level because we are able to actually just sneak under most of the platforms using the oil. But Oil Ocean 2, we're gonna do a fun little glitch here. We're gonna skip pretty much the entire act. I don't know which way Supersonic goes with this one, so I'll commentate it as we find out, because there's two ways of doing this level, both of which are pretty cool. So heading on to the right-hand side, we're going to be jumping over the enemies here, avoiding the spikes and avoiding the enemies. He's going to be charging up a spin dash, we're going to be jumping. He's heading up to the right-hand side. Okay, which way is he going? We're going this way. Fantastic. Okay, this is the way that I normally do this one. So we're going to head to the left-hand side here. We got a really interesting state here where we're kind of supersonic, but we're kind of not. This allows us to get into the wall and getting a camera wrap. So yeah, by jumping into the little ball machines there and then using the spikes to get us out, we maintain this weird kind of physical property where Sonic jumps really fast and moves really fast for some reason. And that allows us to get into the wall and evade things. Gets the one cycle boss as well. That was probably 1 or 2 frames away as well from a hard lock. If you get that boss kill, if you get the final hit on the boss there in the oil on the exact frame that it technically disappears, that hard locks the game. So that was really close, but really well done there from Supersonic. Perfect level wrap at the beginning, and then a perfect boss as we head into Metropolis.
All right, so we're
Argic. Oh god.
Pokemon trainer. Pokemon trainer. Okay, no, in all seriousness, we've got Supersonic here doing some really interesting shenanigans. Metropolis is a vertically wrapping level. He currently now also has slope glitch. He didn't quite get it there, but the goal here is he is trying to grab slope glitch from the sprite crushers at the top and then navigate through the ceiling to wrap back down to that slope and then use that slope to push too far into the left. As we mentioned earlier, too far left equal to the right, and that means we gotta go for it. The main thing though is don't hit any other sprite object while using it, and hopefully
And here I still have slope glitch, and there we go.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah, this one's a backup strat here. I tried to go for the quicker one, but I overshot the zip when I was trying to do the jump. So that's why it sent me back to the beginning, and I lost slope glitch altogether, so I have to reset it back.
Always know your backups.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This one's my least favorite, though.
Yeah, this one seems to be hit or miss. So we're going to be using the iframes to actually get us in through the lava. We're going to head down to the right-hand side here. Gets it first try as well. So yeah, doing a zip in the wall, that one can just be really iffy for like basically no reason. But getting it first try, we're already at the end of the level. That's Metro 2 done. This is honestly the best way to play Metropolis.
Indeed.
And this is why we bring Tails with us. Welcome to Metropolis 3. All 3 Metropolises have a zip. Ain't that great? So we're going to go and do the third one this time, but we need our buddy Tails. This is where Supersonic is going to be doing some very pixel perfect movements here. We're going to be going on a platform that's going to move down, but if we time our positioning correctly, then Tails is going to be the one that moves down. Nice squimsh there.
I'm going to try to get Tails off screen a little bit here. There we go. Look up.
This is the backup strat for it. So now when it falls down, it's gone. You immediately have slope glitch and ta-da! It is a much easier way that has been found to do this particular strat. Normally, you had to do a lot of precise pauses and a lot of precise movements to the right-hand side. Not only... Oh! Oh! And now we get to do it again. So the only danger to this strat, as you can see here, is you go ringless. But Tails comes in, runs off it, makes it fall down when you're looking up, which causes it to go off screen. You get stuck in the ground, it moves you to the right. When you press left, you go to the right. So you make sure you press right, you go to the left, it sends you to the right, and then you jump out and you try and hit the boss. The problem is you have no hits, it makes the boss dongerous. There's the bounce. There's another bounce. And after the first bounce, it's super safe because the balls end up just going around the middle there. So that first one is the only one you need to worry about. But now you have the bouncing Eggman of Doom. They're coming to get you, Supersonic. What are you going to do?
I'm going to stand over here and spin dash.
Oh Lord, they come in.
Dun 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 dun.
As we head into the best zone of the entire game, this is Sky Chase, where not a lot's going to happen. Look out for Marge Kong, we'll point it out. But in the meantime, Satan, what messages do you have for us?
I always have incredible messages, and one of those messages is that we have messages for y'all on the social media sites. We are on plenty of platforms, and we appreciate it when you all spread the word of the worthy cause. If you are on social media, you can also help out by sharing our social media posts and getting the word out about this event and Little Warriors, our incredible charity that we are raising money for. Type !socials in chat to get links to Prevent-A-Thon social media. You can also type !Discord to come to our community Discord. It's an incredible place to hang out. And also, if you'd like to submit to next Prevent-A-Thon or volunteer with us, both absolutely incredible things to do. The Discord is where you'll get all the updates for all of that stuff.
Oh, Supersonic, while we're chilling here in Sky Chase, how are you feeling at the moment, buddy?
So far so good. Some minor mistakes, but it was expected. But so far I'm making pretty good pace for the time being, which is why I gave myself an hour 35 estimate, because things can definitely go wrong, especially in Death Egg when we get there. Not just in Sonic 2, but in Sonic and Knuckles as well. But there's going to be some pretty gnarly glitches that are going to be happening. But before we get to that, here we have Marge Kong. This is the face of King Kong with the hair of Marge Simpson. Thus we call it Marge Kong. Well, some people call it Abe
Love
Lincoln.
it, Marge Kong.
Huh?
Yeah, Arctic still doesn't see it for some reason. I don't understand why. It's very obvious.
I just
Also,
don't
while we
see
are
it.
still flying, I have a breaking news update. We had a $30 donation from All Claire D Lalin, sorry. I hope I did that okay. That says, thank you for this wonderful marathon. Less than 3, so that means we are only 30 Canadian dollars away from hitting that incentive and letting Argic let go of his table. Come on, chat, we can do this. Can we do this by the end of Sonic 1? We're getting super close to the end of that game, so I would absolutely love to see that race happen. Thank you so, so much, chat. Exclamation mark, donate.
I've never actually held onto my desk for this long before. I wonder if it's going to leave like a big thumbprint on my playmat that I... Filthy cheater! Filthy cheater!
Filthy Revo 2 cheater.
Filthy Revo 2 cheater. Filthy Revo 2 cheater there.
What's he just done, Arg?
He's cheated. Okay, so what he's done is he's used slope glitch there. This is exclusive to the second version of the game, hence Revo 2 as we call it, or the Sega multi-collection that he's playing off of right now. The slope glitch, as you've seen, allows you to remain with properties that you have of the last slope that you were on, and as long as you are not touching any sprite objects, you will keep it. That is a glitch that is exclusive to this version of the game, along with look up there. We love a bit of look up as you just go through and away we go. But yeah, that one that is filthy Revo 2 cheater. Filthy Revo 2.
Can't believe he's done this. So yeah, really cool little boss strat as well at the end there, getting all 8 hits without having to go into the boss arena and then timing it perfectly in order to jump down into the outside without falling where we perhaps shouldn't, and we get some really cool black flames here as a result. I have one question for you, Supersonic.
Yes.
12-0?
I'm gonna attempt it a couple times, yes.
Oh, let's go. So, we're going to be coming up here into Death Egg right now. There's 2 parts to this. We start off here with Mecha Sonic, Metal Sonic. It's Metal Sonic, isn't
Silver
it?
Sonic.
Technically, Silver Sonic. Oh god, there's so many names for it. He's made out of metal. We hit him 4 times here. I was. We're then gonna get
Sonic, man.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. Ooh, just accidentally getting a hit there. That's fine. We need to be very careful as well not to time the final hit at the same time that Robotnik, that you'll be able to see just in the little background window there. So he's looking at what's going on. Creepy Robotnik. We just need to be careful not to time the last hit here at the same time that his animation changes, Metal Sonic's animation change, otherwise it can hard lock the game. But we're going to be heading here. I'm going to give Supersonic some quiet for a second. He's going to be going for a strat called 12-0. We'll talk about it after.
Oh, I'll do it 2 more times.
That's fine. So while he's getting us back there, so with this final boss, you need to hit him 12 times. Bear in mind, we have no rings. This all has to be perfect. There is a way of doing a series of jumps around all the hitboxes, and basically the entire boss is effectively a hitbox. There is a way of getting all the hits around the boss and doing all 12 hits in one cycle. It's exceptionally difficult. So we're going to be attempting it here again. Once more, I'll give him some quiet.
No, I went too far.
Oh, it's so close. That was so close. So you can see how Supersonic's having to navigate around the flames and then also around the legs and around the arms as well. Only the main body is actually an area that Sonic can safely hit. And from the back, which is where we're hitting him, there is a very small window where you can just get around all of it. It's incredibly hard. We're going to try this one more time, seeing as we have the lives and we've got the time on our side.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just do 10-2 after this.
That's fine. So yeah, so going to switch to a different strategy. There's multiple ways we can do this. You'll hear people talk about like 12-0, 10. The most common ones are 12-0, which is exceptionally difficult. 10-2, which is also pretty difficult but far safer. And then 9-3. Arg usually I think does a variation of 8-4. But basically what we're talking about is how many hits we get on the first cycle before he flies away, and then how many hits we do on the second cycle. I typically go for a 9-3 for safety. So here you're going to see a 10-2 attempt. So Supersonic again, you see he's not going for that third hit that he normally went for in 12-0. Going for the hits behind Robotnik here, getting up and over the flames. Really nicely timed. Getting some under the body here as he flies away, just threading Sonic between the legs and the flame. We're going to wait here in the corner for him to come down. And when he comes down, we're going to bonk him on the body. And then we're going to try charging up a spin dash, and that is going to be Sonic 2 done as we head into what I think is certainly my favorite game, and I'm pretty certain is Arg's favorite game. I don't know about Supersonic, but we're going into Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, only Seg, never got. Also, I didn't realize that 10-2 was your favorite Final Fantasy.
I haven't actually played 10, believe it or not. I need to. And 10-2.
You should play 10, at least 10. I don't know about 10-2, but 10 for sure.
Oh, the face will begin. How great. Right, in Sonic 3 here, we start with the cutscene where Knuckles literally punches the super out of you. That just shows you how strong he is.
He has 1,000,000% muscle after all.
Yes, and he makes sure you know about it too. Yeah, we're gonna grab our speedy shoes, spring up to the top, taking the top right through this one. New abilities include the elemental shields. This is our first elemental shield. It is the fire shield. It goes woof and gives you a horizontal dash. It also protects you from fire and other projectiles. We just gotta wait for this boss. This is effectively a playable cutscene, as we've gotta wait on this one. Then we're then gonna go through and round under the spikes that come out in this section. We're gonna leg it all the way over using the fire shield's dash, just to gain a nice big boost of speed all the way over and through, straight through, up, and into the boss. And then we're gonna get to the boss. And then after the boss, we get the 6 quick hits. We're gonna grab the wow, and away we go. And shoutouts to Clove.
Good start there. Oh, whoops.
Wow.
Wow. We love the wow.
So the wow is our second elemental shield of the run. It is a bubble shield. The bubble shield prevents you from drowning. It also gives you the bubble bounce. And then more importantly, it also protects you from projectiles. We'll be taking the bubble shield down into the water here. Not really going to be using it much, but we get a little bit of a bounce down there. We do a spin dash, jump, run away through. Nice straight jump. That allows us to explain that when you do a spin dash, if you do a jump perfectly as you release the spin dash, you will not go anywhere. You will, in fact, just jump straight in the air like you just don't care, except for most speedrunners do care, because that's a time loss. And then we're going to go and grab our third elemental shield of the run, the final elemental shield, the lightning shield. And personally, my favorite, because it magnetizes rings to you. Combine this shield with Supersonic and you are having a perfect time, because you will not be able to lose rings. It's brilliant. It gives you the double jump, it gives you the passive magnet effect, and also will once again deflect projectiles. Arguably the best shield in the game.
Yep, it's definitely my favorite too. I really like this shield a lot, especially with the double jump capability.
Yep. And now, the airship. I will speak whale.
Yeah, we getting a raid?
Oh yeah, it's your raid alert, isn't it? Yeah.
It's my raid alert, yeah.
Oh.
That is a giant whale flying through the sky just now.
That is exactly what they are. Right, we're coming to the boss. Supersonic's going to do a really swaggy try here, where we're going to spin dash, spin our way off, go back to the left, do a jump that allows you to then get the hits on the left, and then you move over to the right. That way you don't get hit by the fire. Do the double jump, and away we go. And it's a lot of fun. And there we go. Boss is done. The question is, what will we be seeing when that time bonus hits 0? Oh. He's watching the cutscenes. Oh no, he's not.
He's skipping it.
Hey, I made you think. Yeah, so that there was actually set up during the airship section there. Once the airship section finishes, if you do a spin dash on the right particular set of the level there, you then just completely skip the Knuckles cutscene. It's great. I have done it once. Accidentally, and I've never been able to do it again since. But now we are on Hydro City, because I'm not letting Hud speak on this one. He's ill, so I'm going to take over on this one. It is Hydro City. It is a two-word word. So we have Hydro and City, which means water and city. And Supersonic is going to run away through the stage here. Going to do a jump off the platform, allows you to go down to the enemy, uses the instant shield to get a little bit of extra invincibility and a little bit of an increase on the height there. We're then going to get the grabby hand, taking you up and through, down to the washing machine, where he's going to spin dash away up to the top, hit the boss off screen a few times. You know he's getting the hits because you'll hear them. Then he takes damage, grabs one ring, and maybe not.
This is fine.
So we're just going to use the instant shield to stay alive. This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. We've done this before.
It's gonna be okay, right?
Yep. Everything's good.
It's all fine. I love the fact that Argix says it's 2 words, Hydro City, despite, and I want you all to look very, very closely here as we go into Hydrocity Act 2. You will notice that it is in fact 1 word, not 2. See? Hydrocity, 1 word, not 2. Just like, you know, velocity and viscosity. Anyway, as we're continuing here into Hydrocity Act 2, we're doing an intentional death there. That is intentional, getting ourselves stuck inside the wall, because we need to reload the level. An interesting quirk about Sonic 3 and Knuckles is that Act 1 and Act 2 load side by side, but if you die in Act 2, the game only reloads Act 2, which means we can do this level wrap that you just seen him do, because only Act 2 is there, which means the end of the level is literally right next to us, and we can wrap all the way around to the other side, as we're already in the boss. We're lining up on a particular pixel here in order to get some hits, using that insta-shield to extend Sonic's hitbox and give us some temporary iframes as well, going up on the water spout, and just like that, we are done with Act 2, and we're going to be heading off to Marble Garden.
Beautiful, and before we get there, I would like to welcome all of our raiders who just came into the stream. This is Prevent-A-Thon 5. We are raising money for Little Warriors, an absolutely incredible cause. And right now we are in striking distance of the Sonic Adventure DX Metal Sonic Showcase incentive. We are only 30 Canadian dollars under that. We are at 170 out of the 200 that we need. And we have been having a situation where Argic has had to grip his table before we can meet that incentive. If we meet that incentive, he will let go of his table and we will be able to restore blood flow to his fingers. So if you would like to make that happen, if you would like to make our Sonic DX Adventure DX runner very happy as well, go ahead and !donate to Little Warriors and apply your donation to the incentive.
I've got a really strong thumb.
That doesn't mean you should be holding that table. We got to get you off of that thing.
Also, if you're watching the screen right now, don't panic. Everything is completely normal. This is all fine. We're just ending up here. We're in Marble Garden Act 1. There's the Act 2 boss. Everything's fine. Argic, what on earth is going on here?
Okay, so this is actually a really amazing stage. What Supersonic has done here is Supersonic has managed to zip into what we call the loop back area. The loop back area is basically a giant area of junk data that is actually the original level layout, just without any sprite objects or anything loaded in it. And what Supersonic has done is managed to navigate in such a position where we have found the Act 2 boss. Now, this is a whole bunch of super precise movement needed to actually do this boss and do the fight and not get stuck in the speedrunner jail here or crushed by the pillar there. What he's managed to do is he's managed to line Sonic up in the wall using the zip trajectory. So if you move left or right, you will move fully left and fully right. So he was doing the lightest of taps to get in a position to do a spin dash in the right position to hit the bosses, to beat the Act 2 boss. And then because you beat the Act 2 boss, when the game loads you into quote-unquote Act 2, the transition to go to the next stage already is triggered, and you only do one stage or one act. Now, the downside that this has is that he's still doing other tricks, and it has not saved into this level yet. It is not saved into Carnival Night. So if anything goes wrong here, he will be back at the start of Marble. However, he has now done another glitch here, immediately using slope glitch with the wheel, because the property of the wheel gives you really heavy gravity, and we've turned that gravity sideways. That is now allowing us to land into the boss arena at about 40 odd seconds, but now we are carrying the glitch to Act 2 for even more shenanigans. Perfect dismount there off the Beyblade. Needs to get the dismount, then bounce in the center of the object, making sure we don't get hit. This is actually really interesting. Gets the bounce, needs to not jump. Thank God, still has the glitch there. The most important thing about that boss fight is you cannot jump. The moment you jump, you lose the skewed gravity, and we need to carry the skewed gravity here into Act 2. Again, the skewed gravity is obtained by running on the item boxes that are next to the giant wheel at the beginning of the level. What we then did is we used the skew gravity in combination with the slope glitch to effectively turn ourselves sideways, allowing us to go very far left, which takes us all the way to the right. Now we're going to do something even more fun. We're going to land on the button. The only reason we're allowed to jump off that, run up onto the ceiling. We're then going to fall all the way up to the top where the magnets take us. Land down, go through, do a spin dash on the wall, fall ourselves down, do a spin dash, get stuck in the ceiling. We're now navigating all the way up to the very top. Supersonic is then going to start suddenly falling to the right. He is navigating above the level, going past little poles here, not hitting any of them because you can be stopped and it is dangerous. He then has to make sure that he comes out the other side, lands down towards it and hits the boss arena and not overshooting. So we now fall down. We no longer have the glitch, but we are at the boss in 40 seconds. Again, this is only possible by carrying slope glitch from Act 1 into Act 2. We've also done the Marble Garden shenanigans, which means any of these glitches fail, you go back to Marble Garden 1. However, now that Carnival Night 2 has been completed and we are going to navigate into Ice Cap, this does give us the ability to update the save data. We will now safely be in Ice Cap and we can all breathe. And there's the reset. But again, that is phenomenal gameplay. It is far more complicated than we can say in a speedrun there. That is a super condensed version of what it was. But basically, the TLDR, Supersonic is a god.
Oh goodness.
That was incredible. Carnival Night, despite all my years of experience of speedrunning and watching these runs, especially Sonic 3 and Knuckles Glitch, Carnival Night is the one level that still boggles my mind in terms of how you navigate it glitched, because it's so jank in terms of the upside down and the ins and outs, and just, yeah, Supersonic is a god for being able to do this kind of stuff. But we are here in Hard Times, probably the best music in the game. You're going to hear me say that at least 3 more times throughout this game as well. But we're doing a really cool little glitch here. He's going to be going into slope 3 times, going into a roll. Now he's pause, holding, I believe, left, if I remember correctly, or right is one of the directions. While we're falling through the level, he now needs to time a jump at just the right time to get out of this falling animation. Perfect. We're going to head on to the right-hand side here. He's going to use the little mini slope to get back into the ground. And now we're heading onto the right-hand side. We're trying to skip not just Act 1, but Act 2 as well. So we're heading off to the right-hand side, and we're trying to find the level trigger in the little snow tunnel at the end of Act 2. So Supersonic is currently navigating Sonic through this level, using the zips, using the camera app. He's already moving him on the right-hand side. You can see him running through the level. All sorts of random things are happening. He now needs to bring him up by controlling Sonic's speed. Where are we? Where are we? It's going to be somewhere around here. So yeah, the slower Sonic goes, the more he goes up. The faster he goes, the more he goes down. And we found the tunnel. We now just need to hit the level trigger, and that is Ice Cap completely skipped. And we're going to try and do something very similar again here in Launch Base, Arging, aren't we?
We are indeed. So we're going to go to Launch Base. We're going to have fun with the flyball. So we're going to bring our little buddy, the flyball, over. We cannot go too fast, because if we go too fast, then we're going to despawn him. And we don't want to despawn him. We want to bring him over. He's going to be very instrumental in doing a little trick here. So we're going to grab the fire shield, and we're going to come to the elevator. But we're not going to go into the elevator properly. No, we're going to jump ourselves over. We're going to be on the edge. And then once we get in the elevator, we take damage. This allows us to charge a spin dash. As we then fall down, we release the spin dash. And once we pause to the right frame and we find where it is, we release the spin dash. That now lets us escape the elevator. And because we're now stuck in the wall, we're going to hold right. You know what that means? We're getting pushed to the left. We're getting pushed to the left so fast that that's going to take us all the way over to the right. And what's all the way over to the right? That's right. It's Knuckles' boss fight. What do you mean it's Knuckles' boss fight? Well, there are 2 of these enemies, but the downside is Sonic is the one we're playing, which means we only need to kill 1. So what Supersonic is going to do here is deliberately take 1 out, but get them both down to 1 HP. So once 1 has been destroyed, we're going to move over from one side of the enemy to the other. This is then going to allow us to prevent ourselves from being damaged and then time something funky. We do not want to take damage. The moment that this level loads, we are going to have no rings. But if we jump and we take the enemy out, that counts as another enemy. We're going to run through. We're going to jump. We're going to get the peacock. But what happened there is because we took out the boss as Sonic, and then that allows us to access Act 2. But there's another boss fight there. Again, as Sonic, the game doesn't care which boss you killed. You just need to kill a boss. So because you've killed that boss, we get the peacock for swag. We wait for the time bonus to go down, and now we're in Sonic and Knuckles. completely skipping Launch Base Act 2 there, and Big Arms, and all the bosses. What an amazing run, as we now come in to the last half of this quad trilogy run.
This quad trilogy. Oh dear. Okay, go for a really hard strat here. He needs to bounce off the button to make that door come down. That allows us to push Sonic into the ground. We're going to be heading off to the left-hand side. We need to just get right in the correct position here to get the correct amount of speed, which will allow us to get the level wrap off the left-hand wall. So I'm just trying to find the exact right position. There we go. So we've gone down far enough. We just need to get near this wall, so we've got enough speed to eject us out. Wait for it. Boom, there we go. Lovely. And that's a really difficult strat to do. You got to be in just the right position for it as well. And then you kind of got to have a bit of luck on your side with some sub-pixels as well. But that allows us to skip all of Mushroom Hill 1. I presume we're going to be going for the same strat for Mushroom Hill 2 as well. So you notice that he purposely defeated the boss there, and he stood here in the middle. We haven't moved all the way along to the right-hand side. The level's going to do some weird things. We now have mushrooms on our trees. That's absolutely fine. But what this is going to allow us to do is actually fall into the ground in Act 2. And again, when you're in the ground, the game wants to eject you out of it. So if you press left, it tries to push you out to the right as fast as possible. If we can get down low enough, we can get underneath the whole level. So Supersonic's doing a series here of little movements to be able to jump, and that jump allows us to fall further. When we get down far enough, Supersonic can zip us all the way out. We're skipping through most of the level. We've gone so fast, we've gone back into the level. And there we go. We've zipped pretty much all the way through. We've also skipped the transition here that would normally happen, that would change the level into an entirely different color with our autumn theme. Because what's really fun in these levels is they go from like spring to autumn and even to winter in Sonic 3 Air as well. But we're coming up here to the top. Still a lovely green phase. We're going to head up to the top side, grab us a fire shield, over to the boss. And oh look, it's still spring. But we're getting 6 wonderful hits here, nicely timed on the boss. We're going to jump up, hit him again, and then fire dash into him with a fire shield, and that's the boss done. We are absolutely speeding through these levels. What a fantastic display of glitch speedrunning this is.
And it is going to continue through like the next 5 levels. We are not joking. Welcome to the flying battery. The whale is back, but this time we get to board the whale, and we're going to do as intended. This is going to start right at the very beginning of the stage. Remember what we were talking about sprite objects and things like that? We can use them to our advantage as well. So we're going to just do the little reset there to get straight in the flying barrier. We're going to start up at the start. We're going to get as close to the little booster as we can. We're then going to look down. When we look down, we're then going to pause the game and press the A button at the same time. This is going to cause us to have the slope glitch. Then we're now moving as intended. So as we go as intended, we're going to grab the lightning shield. This is going to allow us to now go through walls. Yep, that's right. Sonic can walk through walls. We're going to make sure we don't hit any other sprite object at this time. Once we get through to where the first little fake enemy capsule is, we can do a spin dash. This now allows us just to run all the way towards where the boss is going to be, and we're carrying this glitch because it's where we're going to go. And then we just run, jump, and then we're going to go to Mr. Tickle. So we're going to find Mr. Tickle, who is Why You Hitting Yourself, the boss of the video game, the movie, based on the stage play. We've got 6 hits on this one, but we need to be very careful on the 6th hit because we're going to get slope glitch once again from this boss. The way slope glitch works is simple. If you are standing on a sprite-based object and the sprite-based object disappears while you are on it, the game will give you slope glitch. So we're going to wait, we're going to grab it, stay on the edge there. That gives us slope glitch. We are in the air. This is going to allow us to do shenanigans to skip most of Act 2. The question is which variation we're going to get. We're about to find out when we go in here. We'll see what actions Supersonic is going to give us. There are about 3 different ways of doing this stage, all with varying degrees of difficulty and all getting you to different parts of the stage. So we're going to go through, we're going to run, we're going to jump, we're going down for the bottom route here. So using slope glitch, we get sent all the way down out towards the bottom, meaning we are going for the full ending of the level here. We're going to run, we're going to jump over and make sure we land on the slope there to push us down into the ground further. This is going to take us to the end of the level where the lovely little climbs are. Taking it lovely and safe, we're going to lose the lightning shield because we have no reason to keep it at the moment, and now we go to the lasers. We're going to try and do a laser skip as we go up here. Supersonic playing super safe. The good thing about it as well, we never went into the flying battery properly, so we've still got the sky instead of the proper background. So Supersonic's going to line up, hit a special spot on the ground there, charge up the 6-tap spin dash, and then try and get 2 1-tap spin dashes while still off screen to go through the laser beam. There is a certain distance that you're allowed to be, and there we go. Lovely, nice, job done. We're just now going to go all the way up to the very top to where the actual boss fight is going to take place. We just have to wait, and hopefully we get a little spot in dash. Howdy ho.
Clear skies with some glitched out clouds. Please be sure to have any sort of head protective gear on while walking outside to make sure no debris falls on your head. The weather will clear out shortly. More at 11.
Thank you, Supersonic, with the weather report. I love that. That's great. Oh. So
Right now we're gonna get the most fancy Robotnik face here.
I've just been enjoying the music. Again, like the best music in the game. I'll say that at least 2 more times from here. I've also been singing Bad Romance in my head because that's what I do.
I bet you have.
Of course you do.
Your thing is the most fancy face he's got. The red nose that he has makes him look like the seal from Sonic 2 8-bit.
Oh my god, I've just realised the red nose.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
And now you can't unsee it.
Oh, I've never seen that in 5 years of speedrunning. Why have you done this to me?
It just had to happen.
Oh. Right, here we go into what is probably the best level in the classic trilogy. This is Sandopolis Act 1, a level that I know intricately well. We're going to be heading up into this water sand flow. We're going to go into the ground, and we've just skipped the whole level. I can't believe you skipped this incredible level, Supersonic.
Well, to be fair, we are glitching levels, and I kind of don't want to play the entire levels.
But it's such a good level. It's got like blocks that stop your progress, and you're always trying to beat like, you know, different cycles, and it's a wonderful showcase of good platforming and speedrunning, and you just went and skipped it all.
Well,
how could you do this to me?
I mean, it's nice to enjoy the scenery and everything, and also enjoy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson there, but we gotta go fast.
That we do. Now do it another 8 times. Or 7 times, I should say.
Another 7, oh yeah, the Sando 8. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset and then just go back to Sando 1. Do it 7 more times, and there we go.
Come on, Dwayne. Walkies. Come on.
Here. Here we go. Attaboy.
Oh, we got a lovely sandpit for you to play.
There we go. Oh, he's dead.
Rats.
But that's intended because we need to end the level anyway, so we have to drop him there, because the other way to do that is to continuously hit him across the screen. On, like, if you're on the right side, you have to hit him to the left and push him into the sandfall. So the other way, it seems kind of slow, but it is faster to do it that way because you don't have to wait for him to kind of reform and everything like that. So.
And I don't want to wait any longer on this incentive, by the way. Come on, chat, let's get it met. I want Argic to let go of his table. I want to get to 2.8k, which we will almost do if we meet that incentive, by the way. Every little bit counts, even if you only have $1, even if you only have $5. Exclamation mark donate and apply it to the incentive total. We are helping Little Warriors, an absolutely incredible cause.
Yeah, come on, get that incentive met. We're doing a load of different glitches here. This is another vertically wrapping level, which means we can do a camera wrap by ducking down and then jumping into the top of the screen. By doing a camera wrap, it unloads objects, and if the object's not on screen, it doesn't exist. Here we're going to do probably what is the hardest, or at least one of the hardest glitches in the game. We're doing loop clip here. Supersonic expertly getting into the wall there. He now needs to navigate his way through the wall, bringing himself up, but not fully up, heading off to the right-hand side here, dropping down. This allows us to skip a whole load of platforming. We're now going to do another camera wrap. This allows us to get inside this block here, which allows us to again skip a whole nother section. We drop out the bottom, hit the light bulb using, hit the light switch to turn the lights back on. And we're doing even more shenanigans, dropping down through this little platform there. We take some damage on the spikes, but completely intentional, and heading off to the right-hand side. This is absolutely masterful, and this is where using these different camera wraps, unloading these objects and allowing Sonic to get inside them, allows us to navigate our way through this labyrinth of a level, skipping most of the platforming. Normally, with Sonic alone, this level could take upwards of 4.5 minutes. We are already nearly at the boss in under 2. 2. That's just how much of the level he has actually skipped. We're going to be spin dashing up to the right-hand side here. Down the bottom, there was a little checkpoint there. We don't need to worry about it. And we're heading down into the boss now. The ghosts will disappear. And we're going to jump into the hitbox. Coming back out to get back in again. And that's a sub 2-minute Sando 2. Ooh, nice. Speedy. We're going to be heading into the level with probably the best music in the game, Lava Beef.
Lava Beef time.
We love a bit of lava beef. So, Hans, question for you.
Yes, mate.
You said this stage was a vertically wrapping stage.
Sando 2 is.
Yeah. So if I took the clip of me rapping for Mystic Cave and put it on TikTok, is that also a vertical rap?
Oh, God.
Welcome to Lava Beef 2. Welcome to Lava Beef, everybody. This stage, you're going to see some really fun techniques. Standing directly on the right angle there, you'll hit the block, you'll get pushed into the ground. You don't take damage, you go under it. And now we're going to run our way through, grab ourselves a fire shield. Very good in a lava stage, you see. So now we're going to spin dash our way down this section. We're going to navigate our way through and do something very dangerous. So we're going to wait and we're going to go through as we then fall down, as we've hit all the buttons. We're then going to wait for the enemy to despawn. And then away we go. Jump and fire dash. Nice. We're going to aim for this little platform. We're going to line it up halfway up there. That allows us to clip under it, into the wall, run our way through, and this is why we need the fire shield, because it allows us to do the lava run without having to damage boost. We're then going to go all the way through, and we're going to jump our way all the way up the top of these crushers. These crushers are on a cycle. You want to try and make the cycle each time you can. If it's just came down when you've made it, that means you're on good time. We're then going to run our way through here. We're going to go all the way in. We're going to make sure we do not get sent into competition mode if you were playing 3 AIR, but thankfully we don't have to worry about that on this one because it's the OG. We're now, however, taking deliberate damage there, as we're going to want to use the insta shield on the upcoming boss. The boss has 2 parts. We have these giant tentacles that will fire orbs at us, and then we have a 3-fingered hand. We're going to take the 3-fingered hand and we're going to get 3 hits on it. We're going to do that twice for 2 cycles, but then the glitch begins. Once the stage ends, we are going to try and do something special. We are going to be timing pauses to try and do monitor clip. So we're going to try and get Sonic to go under the ground, but not too far under the ground where he dies. So pause buffering here, gonna nice.
No way.
So
what a legend.
Hard. This is ridiculously hard because if you don't do it right, you can be crushed by the Monarch. You can also break the Monarch instead of going underground. We are now going to wait 6 3/4 seconds here, and then we're going to press left. That's going to send us flying right. This is going to take us into Knuckles' route, but it's going to take us up to the pipes. We're then going to go from the pipe here. That is going to take us right out and immediately towards the end of the stage. We're then going to double back on ourselves. We're going to do a spin dash, jump into the stair. We're going to go through the stair. It's going to give us enough speed to get through. First of all, immediately does the 2 double single dash spin dashes to get through this stage in less than 30 seconds. Legendary.
Absolutely sod off. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was amazing. And just like getting that hard glitch, during that glitch, by the way, we met that Metal Sonic incentive from this $37 donation from Dev Insanity. Thank you so much, Sonic Trilogy, Supersonic.
Hey, so we are back. I apologize for blowing up the computer earlier with the monitor clip and all that, but we are back. I'm pretty much at the file select screen here, so we're just gonna go right into it in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We are so back.
We are so back. All right.
So back. We're at the peak right now. Like, how do you? The peak's going even higher than Monarch clip.
Right, here we go. We have but 2 levels, 3 acts of this incredible speed run to finish off here. And we are in what probably has the best music in the game, Sky Sanctuary. Remember to bow to Knuckles?
Wait.
You're.
There we go.
I'm doing it. Oh, there we go.
You must bow to Knuckles. You must praise him for all of his hard work. But we're going to be skipping most of this level. We're going to come up here with the lightning shield using this wonderful double jump. This is another vertically wrapping level. We're going to jump off to the right hand side. No, Sonic! But it's okay because there's the end of the level. Yeah, the end of the level for some reason is right next to the beginning of the level. You basically go all the way up and then come back down on yourself, using the spring to jump up over, and then using this teleporter to get us up to Mecha Sonic. Yes, this one is Mecha Sonic. It requires 8 hits. He can go one of a couple of patterns. He can either come towards you you, or you can go away from you, using the insta shield to phase through, getting the bad RNG, but dealing with it beautifully, not taking any damage. And we're going to be seeing probably our final reset strats here to skip this very long cutscene. Supersonic's going to get ready. As soon as that countdown hits 0, we're going to hit reset, because that's the moment that it updates the save file, and you're going to see that we're going to be heading off to Death Egg, our final levels.
Indeed, Death Egg, a very interesting level. The first level here is going to have a trick. This trick is going to be very hard. You're going to see Supersonic take a damage boost and wonder where the heck he's going. The answer is in the wall. So we're going to take a damage boost here. We're going to line ourselves up. We're going to go take damage. We're lining up the top, and whoop, we're through the wall. And then we come out through the other side of the wall, but with no shield, where we've been damaged. But this takes us right to the Gravitron. That saves about a minute to a minute and a half. Just ridiculous. So now we're in the Gravitron room. So we're going to hit the 3 bounces on the left-hand side, and we're going to hit the 3 bounces on the right-hand side. I'm going to make sure we go down the bottom. That way we don't get crushed by the door, because the door is mean and it will crush you because it doesn't open fast enough. This is then going to take us to our first set and only set of onion rings. You look at them and they go up and they go whoop, 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 but they look like onion rings. So now we're going to go round and we're going to jump up onto this section. We're going to go over to the top and we're going to see another set of onion rings, but we skip those and instead we spin dash. We then spin dash our way through. We do a spin dash 1. We do a jump down. We hit the booster. We go through again. And then we run away to Red Eye. But what we're going to do is we're just going to jump in that Red Eye 8 times here. We're going to be doing some damage boosties, because damage boosting this boss is much quicker than trying to fight him intentionally, because it's ridiculous. So we're going to hit the boss in phase 1. Phase 1 is done. Phase 1 is not the hard part. The hard part is coming up now. Supersonic's going to do a number of jumps on the platform. We're going to wait. We're going to bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and make sure you don't get hit with the platform. That was 5. Grab the ring for safety. 6. 2 more required. 7 and 8. And away we go. A very good Red Eye there. Very hard boss fight. Many runners have lost runs to that boss, because that boss can go horribly awry. No one. Awry. No, fine. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't get it.
As we know,
Yeah, we're taking an intentional death here at the beginning, just like in Hydros. We need to unload Act 1 to bring in Act 2. Going to be heading off to the right hand side here. We're going to be going for a very difficult trick. This one is very, very precise. Going along to the right hand side here, we're going to despawn this platform and then head back around into this area. We're then going to do a little camera wrap here, but it's upside down. It's all backwards. So a little spin dash, that lets us get inside the object perfectly timed. We now need to come down. It's going to have to time a jump absolutely perfectly as we go down here. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, gets it first try. Very nice. So we're trying to like line up the rings with the little like good things that you can see in the background. This lets us get a zip all the way through to our penultimate boss. We are here in Uwu Ball. Fun little strat with this one. If you ever played this as a kid and really struggled with this, just stay upside down and spin dash into the mines. It really is that simple. Just make sure you jump at the end so that you don't go into the elevators. If you're wondering how Supersonic's clipping through, if you jump at the end and don't press a direction, he just clips back through and down, so you don't actually land on the little cover holes there. This is surprisingly one of the easiest bosses in the game as a result, despite the fact it's meant to be one of the hardest ones. So 8 hits required. I believe this should be last one if I've been counting correctly in my head. I was indeed. And then we're going to be setting up here for our final glitch. So you can see Supersonic here running across the side, but we're going to stop just before the end and do a little spin dash. Did you see the screen shift there? That's the most important thing. What this now means is that the floor is not the floor, at least not the way that you see it right now. On the right-hand side, there is actually an open gap. Despite the fact all the objects are loaded in the correct place, the actual hitboxes of said objects have been shifted left ever so slightly. This is going to come in really useful in the next phase. There's 3 phases of this boss. This phase is fingers. Each finger requires 3 hits. You don't have to jump with them. You can just spin dash into them. Even when they're coming down on top of you, you can just sit there and spin dash. But where it's going to help us is right here, because the left-hand side's going to disappear, but the hitboxes are still there. So we're going to bonk him on the nose and just charge up a spin dash, and Sonic doesn't fall through the ground. That's what we were setting up. That lets us get the hits off really quick there, and as the ground falls away, we've still got some area to the left of us, so in this final phase, we can stand on nothing here and get some really quick early hits. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, as Robotnik runs away with the Master Emerald. Chase him, Supersonic. Go and get him. We're going to be coming up on time. I'll let Supersonic call it.
All right, and that is time.
GG.
Incredible.
Amazing run. Well done, mate.
What do we get on our time there?
That was a 1:17:13 RTA.
Wow, that if we didn't have the hiccup that happened, that would have been a new PB/world record.
Oh, really?
Oh. Well, we can kind of count it, right?
We'll count it here. That's a new PB by 6 seconds.
Yo!
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
GG.
Oh my gosh.
Please tell me you were locally recording.
Doesn't matter, he level selected.
I level selected,
Oh, you
so
did,
it wouldn't have been valid anyway.
That's fine.
did it
You've done it
once,
once. Do it again.
You've done it one, yeah, you do it again. We'll be there.
How about it?
Right, we gotta redo it. Everybody go back, we're doing it again. Redo the level.
No, we gotta keep doing the rest of our runs. But before we do that, would y'all like to give some shout outs? Tell the people where to find you.
Let the commentators go first. I'll go ahead.
You already know where to find us, mate. This was your show. We did it for our run. You take it away, bud.
Alrighty then. Well, you can find me on twitch.tv/supersonic_. I stream pretty much Monday through Friday, although I'm currently on a break right now because I have a lot of events going on. But I mainly do speedrunning content, and then on Wednesdays I normally do this thing called Casual Wednesday, in which people will be able to redeem channel points to pick a game for me to play casually. So although this Wednesday I'm actually be doing something else, we're gonna be playing some Zelda 1. And then this coming weekend, I'm going to be attending Reno, Nevada for the Sonic Neon Summit. And I'm going to be doing this same exact run on Friday afternoon at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be racing these two numpties that we were just, we saw their run earlier with their Sonic Dream Team. We're going to be doing the No Major Glitches run at GDQ Hotfix for Sonic and the Sega All-Star. So definitely check that out. That's also starting at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. British time. So definitely some stuff to look forward to. But yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you for having me for this. Also, huge thank you for Hudson Argic for staying up around this late time. I mean, it's only like, what, 10:30 right now? So thank you for taking the time to be here with commentary. It really helped out a lot. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. And stay tuned for, what is it, Sonic Adventure DX? That's coming up next.
Yes, it sure is coming up next, and y'all met that incentive for it, so we're gonna get that bonus Metal Sonic showcase as well. But for now, that has been my time as your Prevent-A-Thon host. I had an absolutely wonderful time hanging out with you all. Absolutely fantastic run. Thank you so much. We will be back with more Sonic very, very soon. Take a nice little hydration break, but don't go anywhere.